Hello, it's Juliana here, and I just want to talk about my reaction to Autism Barbie. So naturally, I have my little NMB with me because they're my comfort dolls. They're my babies. They're always there for me. I intensely love them, and they mean a lot to me. And I have another doll here, Twyla. So this is my second Twyla. This is Twyla from the Fear Book line. I actually love this Twyla. Her dress is adorable. She comes with an adorable little Farsi jacket. And I did change out her shoes for her original, creep over doll shoes and bracelet, but she's adorable, isn't she? So Mattel recently released an Autism Barbie. Basically a Barbie doll that has autism and stuff. So here are pictures of her, and I want to share my thoughts about this afterwards. So did you guys see the pictures? Well, yeah. As an autistic woman in real life, I have Asperger's syndrome, and I do have very mixed thoughts on this. So basically, Asperger's syndrome is high-functioning autism, and in modern terms, you can call it low support needs autism, but yeah, I am on the autism spectrum, and I just want to give my opinion on this doll. As a doll collector, and as someone who has seen the overall decline of the Barbie line, as well as the way it treats some of its more disabled characters with more of a token diversity approach. As well as explaining why Twyla is special and why her portrayal is absolutely intensely amazing. So, if you've been collecting Barbie for long enough, you know that they have a few disabled dolls in their Fashionistas line, which is more of a budget line. So they've done dolls with Barbies with prosthetic legs. They have done Barbies with Down syndrome. They have done a blind Barbie with a really cute outfit. And they have wheelchair Barbies. But interestingly enough, the only dolls with disabilities in this line that end up getting full articulation are normally the Barbies that have physical disabilities. So the Barbies with that are wheelchair bound, have made to move articulation, and prosthetic leg Barbie did get one doll in a more mainstream Barbie line that has full articulation with the elbows and the knees and all that, and the wrists and everything. So something that we notice with the Autism Barbie dolls promotion is that they were acting like her having articulated arms is a gimmick. And this just rubs me the wrong way because, as I mentioned with the previous examples, this is something that is normalized with a lot of the main Barbie line. There are so many made to move dolls that come out. There's so many dolls that have knee and and arm articulation, and it's treated as being normal. So why is this doll having articulated arms suddenly being treated like it's an exception or like it's special. Because honestly, yeah, as someone who owns 2 made-to-move Barbies, they could have easily put this doll on a made-to-move body. They could have easily given her that level of articulation that one more deluxe line of Barbie fashionistas had, where they had both the arm articulation and the knee articulation, but they only give her arm articulation. And not to mention, this doll promotes a lot of stereotypes, because there are like some accessories that come with this doll that just feel very stereotypical, even if many lower functioning people on the spectrum tend to use them, aka the insulator headphones and the fidget spinner. So like I said, as an autistic person, I have a lot of experience with living with this condition. I have met many, many other autistic people, both in my personal life and through like being a doll YouTuber, and I can guarantee that not every autistic person even uses fidget spinners. And like, while some people on the spectrum may use insulator headphones, those things do not define what an autistic person likes or what kind of person they are at all. Like, yeah, like autistic people are not defined by things like that. And the fashion sense on this doll. I showed Twyla earlier and how great she is, because she is an incredible autistic fashion doll with great fashion sense. Like, look at the dress, look at the jacket, and even her like original doll has great clothes. Like this doll has great fashion sense. She's very fashionable, and even her heels on her and her dolls are just so good. But it's like, they didn't even try with like making this autistic Barbie fashionable. The dress is simple, it's basic. The pattern is printed on. The dress is literally shapeless and just like not form-fitting at all. And then there's like the shoes, which are just simple flats. But like, I feel like this doll could have at least had some more interesting footwear, or they could have even put her in heels and it would have been fine. Because there are autistic people who do tend to like toe walk. So if you've ever seen the way like some autistic people will like run or walk, some of them have a tendency to like stand on their toes a little bit. It's a very specific tendency that not everybody has. But it would be really cool to see an autistic Barbie with the heel to foot mold, because like that would be so cool as like a representation of that. But and I feel like every time Barbies have flat feet, it just limits their footwear options to where they can only wear like the shoes that are like made for like the flat feet. And if you have ever collected dolls or you collect Barbies and you're trying to find shoes for your flat-footed Barbies, it's more of a challenge than finding shoes for your Barbies with the heeled feet. Or like, honestly, if I ever get the Autism Barbie, I might feel tempted to put her on a made to move body because I feel like that's what she deserves. And also probably restyle her into something that I feel is more representative of autistic women everywhere because, yeah, I feel like that's what this doll deserves. And with the face, I really don't have a problem with it. I feel like it's perfectly fine. And yeah, it's like a Barbie face with like a more indirect gaze. And the indirect gaze is kind of there because sometimes autistic people struggle to make eye contact. Like you can kind of like you do kind of see it in pictures sometimes. Even whenever I look at pictures of myself from when I was like a kid, it's like there are times when I am literally the only person in the picture just not making eye contact and being completely unaware that I'm not making eye contact. So, yeah. And am I happy that this doll exists? Like, I am definitely happy she exists because I know she will spark a lot of conversations about autism and autism spectrum and like what kind of condition it is. And I just wanted to give my thoughts and feelings about this doll, as well as express my like slight disappointment and how I just feel like she could have been a better executed, or even if they had made her like a $15 to $20 doll in the mainline Barbie line with full articulation and a more detailed outfit, and maybe like making the accessories a bit less stereotypical, maybe giving her a character bio or a personality, or making her a character in the Barbie media. That would have been incredible. And I want to talk about Twyla now. So something I love about Twyla's representation in the Monster High Generation 3 animated series is that she is treated as a character first. And she also has a love interest. She has friends in the show who help her get through stuff. And there are some very real moments in the Monster High Generation 3 animated series with her that are just really beautiful, that I feel like are very representative of real autistic experiences that many autistic women and autistic people in general face, like the fear of growing up, or her like having to politely ask the main group to please like turn the music down in like her introduction episode because she's overwhelmed by them playing music in the school library, and it's like because it's giving her sensory overload. And yeah, Twyla's character in that show is a wonderful, perfect example of autistic representation. And honestly, Twyla existing is part of why this Autism Barbie doll is so disappointing. Because Mattel is trying to act like, oh, this is the first ever autistic Barbie. Like, while this is the first autistic Barbie doll, this is not the first autistic doll they've made, because we all know that honor goes to Twyla. Well, anyways, please like and subscribe, and definitely share this video with others if you want to, and we hope that you have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this, mysterious audience. And please don't forget to like chat in the comments and stuff about like your thoughts and feelings on this doll and how you feel about her. And also, we hope that you at least learned something about autism today and its representation in media. So we hope you have an intensely amazing day or night whenever you're watching this, mysterious audience.